Minstrel joins them. We're waiting on West Coast Gambler. Mark Clyde to come aboard to the stalls. They lead the combination up. Just about set. The John Martin's Great Eastern Steeplechase, Vogue and Vic Rail in their lap of honour, very popularly received. Now they're right. Stand by for action in the John Martin's Great Eastern Steeplechase. They're off. Seawall stood in the gates, missed it about 6 or 7 lengths, came out dancing and prancing and is now giving chase. One of the best out was Look at Me, and away well Just Our Kale, and with them too on the inside was Balvary as they go over the first of the tall timber. West Coast Gambler through the rider, high up in the irons, over the head of the horse, and he's fighting to regain his seat. Now as they move towards the second fence, and here getting through on the inside is Desperate Sweep to be the leader. Desperate Sweep shows the way over that jump as they go to the Shillabee Road jump now with Look at Me joining in. Just Our Kale is next on the outside. In behind them, Dashing Debonair, Empty Flag and Paveway. Then Golden Sino, West Coast Gambler, the rider getting recomposed. Over on the inside of that division was Balvary, followed by Norlandy as they go over the fallen log the first time. Then on the inside, Bonsai Star, Norlandy. Further back, Nymphus, who's about 15 off the lead. Back there with it, Seawall's caught the field after dawdling out of the gates. As they go to the next from Sir Pike, Spanish Minstrel, and last of all is Chula Bench. Over that next jump and heading to the last along the far side the first time. And here the leader with just a steady pace applied at the present time was Look at Me. The top weighters work to the front. 3 in front of in second position now, Just Our Kale. Then a couple of lengths away behind them, Empty Flag. And in the centre was Dashing Debonair, and down on the inside, Desperate Sweep over the first of the downhill double, and they were followed further back behind them by Sir Pike, moving up nicely. Over on the inside of it was Golden Sino. They were followed by West Coast Gambler, and then further back behind those Balvary from Bonsai Star. Norlandy around it. Further back in the field behind them came Seawall, and then came Nymphus third last. Second last Spanish Minstrel, Chula Bench last. At the jump at the top of the straight or thereabouts, and down to the 200 this time, almost to complete the first circuit, and the leader is Look at Me from out very deep on the track, Just Our Kale. Over on the inside is Paveway. Up there with him on the outside of the all-white was Dashing Debonair, then Sir Pike, then Golden Sino as they take the turn out of the straight. Further back behind them, Empty Flagon. West Coast Gambler the inside, Norlandy the outside from Bonsai Star and Seawall. They've gone a lap further back behind them, Spanish Minstrel, then Balvary, followed by Nymphus, and last of all Chula Bench. At the jump, which was the first in the race, the first occasion, and the leader over that was Look at Me, and he did say Look at Me, sped away. 4 in front, in second placing Paveway, who's going okay on the inside of Just Our Kale. They were followed behind those then by in the all-white Dashing Debonair. The rider hailed a cab. In between them, Sir Pike. Norlandy moves around them, and on the inside, Golden Sino over the Shillabee Road jump. Further back in the field then, Bonsai Star around West Coast Gambler, Empty Flag and Seawall. 3 away then to Nymphus, who's made a bit of ground on the inside, and then came Balvary as they go over the fallen log. Further back, Spanish Minstrel, Chula Bench, and last of all, as they clear the log, was Desperate Sweep. Up the hill they go now, in the far straight, and the leader, Look at Me, only a length and a half to Paveway as they clear the next fence. Third placing Norlandy. They were followed further back in the field behind those then by Bonsai Star improving. Then came behind them Dashing Debonair, Just Our Kale. Golden Sino, West Coast Gambler has made an awkward landing, quickly got to his feet. The horse and rider are both okay as they prepare to come down the hill to the first of the downhill double, Look at Me by 3. Second placing was Paveway. Third Norlandy, fourth Bonsai Star. Then further back behind that division, Dashing Debonair. Then over the second of the double, Golden Sino, followed further back on the outside by Just Our Kale. Seawall, Sir Pike, Nymphus is getting up along the inside. Then Spanish Minstrel, Empty Flag and Balvary. Well back in the field at that point was Desperate Sweep, who's one of the last with Chula Bench at the top of the straight over that jump now. Look at Me makes a merry bid for victory. He's got just over a circuit to go. Comes down towards the post, about 2.5 in front. Paveway breathing down his hammer and tack, and so is Bonsai Star, and Norlandy's the widest of 3 behind this leader. They're about 8 in front of Golden Sino. Then Just Our Kale further back behind those Nymphus. Sir Pike has been pulled out of the race, and he won't go on from here on. Then came Desperate Sweep, rather Dashing Debonair, I should say, from Spanish Minstrel. Seawall, Empty Flagon. They've got the one circuit ahead of them now, and further back in the field, Chula Bench, followed last of all 4 at the tail of proceedings by Desperate Sweep, going to the next fence. And here the leader still is Look at Me, making a merry bid for victory. 4 in front. Second placing Paveway. In behind those in third spot, then came Norlandy, the local chaser, making a bold bid. Further back behind them, Bonsai Star, who screwed awkwardly on landing. Nymphus cleared ground on his inside. In fact, Bonsai Star now being pulled up out of the race. And then came Golden Sino, followed further back by Just Arcale. Well back in the field then, but running on Desperate Sweep from Empty Flagon as they clear the ford and log again. Then Balvary over on the outside. Spanish Minstrel, Seawall's run out of puff and being pulled up out of the race in the all-white Dashing Debonair. But Look at Me heads towards the last fence along the far straight. He's out about 10 or 12 in front of Paveway. Over that last along the back now, and the leader is Look at Me. He's only got 3 more fences to clear in the John Martin's Great Eastern Steeple, and he said go. Look at Me race down the hill, 25 lengths in front of Norlandy and Paveway. Then further back, running on behind those into fourth was Desperate Sweep. Then a long way back in the field behind those came Just Arcale, Empty Flag and Golden Sino, Nymphus, who can't go on, and further back to Balvary. But the leader is Look at Me. He's cleared the downhill double. He's well out in front, Look at Me. He comes towards the last. Victory is in his grasp in the John Martin's Great Eastern Steeplechase. He'll lead them home in the merry dance and the pageant. He's going on well, Look at Me. Cleared the last beautifully. He's 15 in front. Second placing, battling away is Desperate Sweep. Then Norlandy, followed by Paveway. Then from a long way back is Just Arcale, followed by Empty Flagon. But Look at Me, would you ever? Look at Me wins it, eased down by about 30 lengths. Second placing went to Desperate Sweep. Here's a go for third. Oh, Just Arcale might have been pipped by Empty Flagon, who finished right down the outside. Then Norlandy, the local chaser, ran a bold race. Then Balvary, followed by Golden Sino, Paveway. Nymphus never fired. Seawall has finished back towards the tail of the field. And the last one home is Spanish Minstrel, who didn't handle the ground. And Bonsai Star has been pulled up, as I mentioned.